Hi, my name is Adrian. This is Emotional Bandwidth. For this episode, we're going to be learning from the game of chess, respecting each other's intelligence to achieve favorable results. Here goes. We all have a sense of intelligence. We are all pretty smart with a few exceptions. What we lack in large amounts in various areas is awareness. In my opinion, this is our biggest weakness because once presented with it, we use that intelligence to either absorb or ignore this new information. Over time, I've had these issues with people and awareness which made me ponder, how often are we considering the intelligence and awareness of individuals when we interact with them and ask them to do things? I've talked before about the differences in wisdom versus smarts, and that the wisdom is in the application of that knowledge. But a step further would be considering with that wisdom a person's awareness, or rather, giving them the space to show you how they will handle a given situation. So often, we inject ourselves into things and places where if we just recognized our own awareness and allowed ourselves to respect the intelligence of the individual or individuals in question, we would not only discover truly how competent this person is, it could save us a ton of work and cement our confidence in individuals. While it is important to think about what moves people will make beforehand, because let's face it, what doesn't happen will affect our success, not giving intelligence and awareness a space to work is just as dangerous, as we will never know a person's capabilities if we always assume that they do not know something, or rather, wouldn't handle things in a favorable way for you. If we jump in or jump to conclusions that have not materialized in a way to warrant such a reaction, this overreach will cause arguments and misunderstandings. You cannot strongly present a case with no evidence. It's not enough to assume something was going to happen. Rather, it's with that intelligence and awareness that we should allow time for the situation to materialize, and with those considered options, act accordingly. Not only do you reinforce the confidence in this person, they feel secure and more confident in their own dealings. Trust is a hard thing to build, but once shattered, is hard to get back. If you never had trust in the first place, how will you ever gain it without having the awareness to step back and then play the options? Chess works in a similar way. You can assume moves or anticipate moves, but once your opponent plays, it's about how well you read and adapt. We should approach intelligence that way, for no matter how smart you are, if you cannot leverage your resources, your own smarts will only take you so far. So much goes into making a system work. As a leader, mastering awareness will not only help navigate these situations, it will bolster your leadership skills and reward your intelligence. Many people, myself included, have struggled with this concept, as the first hesitation will be, I have been burned before. But if we keep jumping in and trying to cover all situations instead of using your wisdom and planning to leverage your resources, be it coworkers, employees, friends, or family members, you will be burned out and resentful of the fact that you cannot rely on anybody to do things consistently and in a competent fashion. Obviously, what's best for everybody is to first recognize you do have a handle on things, but the next thing to do is to now step outside of yourself and achieve awareness and understanding of how others do things and how that fits into the framework you're used to. If it doesn't, how can you apply what you know to attain favorable outcomes? So the next time you feel the desire to assume what's going to happen, take a page from the game of chess. Consider the options, but react and adapt rather than overstepping and overplaying your hand. You're much happier that way, I guarantee it. You also get to experience your intelligence and awareness at work, which is by itself a reward like no other. Many people are below our baseline, at our baseline, and above as well. What's key is figuring out where we are and acting accordingly. This has been Emotional Bandwidth. I'm Adrian. Take care. Just an aside, this will probably be the last episode of Emotional Bandwidth for quite some time. It's going to go on hiatus. I feel like I've said everything I need to say in the 21 or so episodes that I've put out over the span of 5 months. I'm really proud of my work. If you haven't had a chance to listen, and this is your first episode, well, welcome. I have all episodes here on Instagram, as well as Facebook and YouTube. And if this is the last episode and you stuck with me this whole time, I just want to personally thank you for allowing me to express myself in this way. And look forward to some new things coming down the pike. I will be putting out a general statement about everything and the future and what it holds for me as far as this creative space goes. Take care. Thanks again.